agriculture and nature, contribution of the green jobs generation in Africa as by 2030 in the short-term period. Yesterday we had a keen look on energy and power supply contribution to the green jobs generation in Africa in the short-term period by 2030. This is with respect to the forecasting green jobs in Africa report of 2024. We have the short-term period and the long-term period, but today just focusing still on the short-term period. Now, if you look at the whole chain of agriculture, it's a very broad one. So we're looking at agriculture in nature, we're looking at climate smart agriculture tech, we're looking at aquaculture and poultry, we're also looking at ecosystem and nature-based solutions, NBS. Now, starting with agriculture and nature, it is forecasted that close to 700,000 new jobs will be contributed. Close to 700,000 new jobs will be contributed, which is accounting to 25% of the total jobs supposed to be contributed from the agriculture chain as by 2030 in the green jobs generation, as per the report of the forecasting green jobs in Africa, the report of 2024. At the same time, at least 25% of which is 700,000 new jobs from the agriculture and nature. At the same time, we are having climate smart agriculture tech, which is also called the CSF. It's expected to contribute close to 377,000 new jobs, which will be accounting to 13% of the total chain. And then we also have aquaculture and poultry, also has a good share of 189,000 new jobs supposed to come from the aquaculture and poultry chain, which is about 6% of the total jobs supposed to be contributed as by 2030. And also lastly, we have the ecosystem and nature-based solutions. We are speaking of up to 117,000 new jobs supposed to come from this particular chain, which will be accounting to close to 4% of the total jobs. Now, just briefly, this is pointing out one thing, that agriculture still is a full force in Africa, and now specifically on the green jobs generation in Africa in the short-term period. Because if you look at energy, it has the fair share, because many of the things will be depending on energy. Also, this agriculture we are having here will be depending immensely on energy, and so it shows Africa has the potential also in the agriculture sector, because remember, majority of the Africa's population actually depend on the agriculture sector for daily survival. So we have the potential as a continent. We only need to see on how we are going to leverage on this potential to be a successful continent. This is with respect to the forecasting green jobs in Africa report of 2024, both the short-term period and the long-term period. But our focus today was on the short-term period, specifically on the agriculture sector or the agriculture chain, with its contribution to the green jobs generation in Africa as by 2030. Fellow Africans,